everybody, this is Elissa from Mink Arts and Crafts, and today we are here for a long overdue rainy day hoard. So we're gonna look at my rainy day hoard, but we're gonna do it because it's way too much effort to like pull all the canvases out, and you literally just saw everything during my my hoard video that I just did, last month? It wasn't that long ago. So anyways, we're gonna take a look at my hoard and my rainy day aspect of it. So basically, as we look at this, this has got all the kits that I have in here, including the ones that I have not received that I've ordered that I'm still waiting on. So I'll change the view so you guys can see it a little bit better, because I know this is how I prefer to have it, is the small ones, because it gives the name and it gives the size of the canvas, so I can at a glance be like, nope, that's too big, don't want to work it right now, versus when you're in this view. I like this view because you see the picture better, but also it doesn't give you, to me, it doesn't give as much value add information as the other one. So I use Gems Flow, in case you're wondering. This is all done on Gems Flow. That is my my resource of choice when it comes to storing and tracking my drills and not drills, but storing and tracking my canvases and logging everything is here in Gems Flow. So we're gonna take a look at it. We're gonna change the view format for you guys. Okay, this one, oh, those two are gonna go. All right, so I have a bunch of kits, and I honestly have way too many in my rainy day hoard. Way too many in my rainy day hoard. But I feel like that's a sign that I've like really accumulated a fantastic collection of canvases for the fact that I'm all about the rainy day hoard side of everything. So we're going to take a look at what I got and go from there. So we're not going to look at the non-rainy day ones. So I have all of my rainy day hoard. You can choose how you want to log them. You could put RD for rainy day. You could type out rainy. The key is it has to be in the title of the canvas. So I actually use a symbol. So on my iPad and with Apple products, you could actually input like emojis and symbols into your Gems Flow. And you can actually search by emojis and symbols. So that's what I do. So we're gonna do that. So I use the cherry blossom as my canvas, as my way of sorting my canvases. So now we've taken my hoard from how massive it was down almost basically in half. Well, I think it is essentially in half, close to it, maybe a little. So my rainy day hoard is like a little bit less than half of the kits that I own in general. So we're going to take a look at this and see what all I have put into my rainy day hoard. We'll start with the ones that I've not received yet, so that I'm waiting on. And then we'll kind of go into the ones that I have already received. And then we'll also talk about some of the canvases that I have already that are in my like whip pile started area, and then the ones that are already completed that were rainy day canvases. So we're gonna go through this and see. So first off, the first one that I have right here, this is a, what is it, like Pretty Little Gem or something like that. But this is one where I saw the advertisement that popped up on Facebook, like all good ads do. And I was like, I absolutely have to have this. I mean, this is what's called their Japan set. This is one that I am going to like, oh, I'm gonna have so much fun doing this because look how adorable all of these images are. So these are like the typical mini dazzle paint gem size, but it's Pretty Little Gem. And I was like, these images are just adorable and precious, and I have to have them all because they like are quintessential Japan. So I did order that mini set. Sorry, startled the Momo butt, in case you can see that little mochi butt. So I started, so I got that one. So that's basically one of them there. And then we come down here. This is one that I have ordered from Jaded Gem Shop. It's Derpy and Birdie. So if you've watched the new K-pop Demon Hunters movie, then you obviously know how adorable and ridiculous this little like three-eyed crow, a raven or whatever you want to call it, and then the little derpy blue tiger are. They're precious. I love them. I had to have this image when Jade released this image for Jaded Gem Shop. I had to purchase it. So these are my not yet received orders. That annoys me to no end. So now we're going to come into here. So I also, one of my absolute all-time favorite mangas and animes and everything else is Fruits Basket. So obviously you can see here we have a Fruits Basket image, and this is a Cherryuki, which you can tell how Cherryuki does her faces, and it's just so soft and dreamy. This is one that's definitely done in a hybrid charting from Jaded Gem Shop, and it kind of needs to be that hybrid charting to make it as pretty as that is. That one is definitely in the Rainy Day Hoard, because that's like my absolute, probably all-time favorite anime or manga that I've ever read slash watched has got to be Fruits Basket. I've reread it multiple times. I have all of the mangas on my bookshelf right behind me, and it's just, I love it. It's so precious. But that's Fruits. And then we have a Fuji Blossom. So basically all of my Alloras, this is from Diamond Artisan Shop, all of my Allura Poutrot canvases end up going into my Rainy Day Hoard because I love them. They're so dreamy. I love these like fluorescent-y pastels. I guess that's the way you could call it. It's like fluorescent pastels. I just love the fluorescent pastel vibe of these, and absolutely like every single one of these is in my Rainy Day Hoard. And then we have this is a Sybil art. Also, all of my Sybil arts are in my Rainy Day Hoard. This one I'm purchasing from a D-stash from someone, and I can't wait to get her because she's beautiful. I love the color palette, and I love how beautiful she is. I really want Diamond Art Club to come out with more Sybil art canvases because Sybil is like right up there for me with Yume. And next up, I have I have ordered 4 of the 7 Mari 945 BTS images. So if you've listened to K-pop or anything like that, this is these are going to be for the 7 members of the band BTS. And this right here, this is Hobi, J-Hope Hobi. Hosak is his full name, but I just love the dreamy look that Mari 945 did for these, and she's famous for with Jade doing the princesses. So I find like they're just, so she has all of like the Disney princesses done as like these headshots. But I love this whole series, this BTS series is beautiful. This is Jimin, another beautiful one. I got them all in rounds and all the same size, which is 50 by 55. And then we have Jin, Seokjin. I actually just went to his concert at the end of July. I went to his concert down in Tampa. So that was super cool. He put on an amazing concert. It was awesome. And then we have Yoongi. August D is his rapper name, but Yoongi. And then the last one that I think those are the 4 that I have so far. There's 3 more. 2 of them have been released. I'm waiting on that 3rd one to release, and then I'll buy that one as well. And then Permafrost. So this is basically, if you've played the game Love in Deep Space, there are 2 of them that Jade has released as fan art from the characters from that game. So this is one of them. It's called Permafrost. And this is by the artist Face Speaker. And it is beautiful. I love it. So now we're going to go into, those are all the ones that I've ordered but have not yet arrived. The cats are causing chaos, in case you wondered. So that's 10 of them that are in my Rainy Day Hoard that I have not even received yet, but they're going in the Rainy Day Hoard once I receive them. Now we're going to look at the 1,000,005 kits that are in my Rainy Day Hoard that I already own. So this is a Cup of Sunshine. This is from Geneva Bowers, and it is absolutely stunning. All of Geneva's canvases are absolutely incredible. I have one that's out of stock that's on my wish list that I did not buy at time of release. And then another one that I plan on purchasing. I should have already purchased it. Hopefully I get it before it sells out. But I plan on purchasing it. And that's like the Ghosties one. That one is stunning. I held off until, there were 2 canvases that I absolutely could not live without to order. And they're releasing a Jeremiah Kettner, you guys this video will be up after the fact of it being released because this will go up that following week. But that's a Cup of Sunshine from Geneva Bowers. It is beautiful. I love it. That's a Diamond Art Club. And then we have A Day's Journey. This is from the artist Pixie Sticks, Kate. And I just love it. I love her art. I think I love the look and the feel of her art. And I'm not normally drawn to these orange colors like this, but it was just, I couldn't resist for that one. It's beautiful. It's not a massive square. It's only a 50 by 66 square drill canvas, which is a great size. And then from here, this is another Diamond Artisan Shop. This is Across the Ages because I grew up, my all-time favorite game ever growing up was always the Zelda games. I had all of the Zelda games, and so I had to have this beautiful, beautiful fan art image of Link. I didn't buy the Zelda one because her arm just looked too thin and it weirded me out, so I didn't buy that one. At some point I may. This is from the artist Renan, and that's from Diamond Artisan Shop. And then, of course, the ducks. So pretty much all of Art by Julia's ducks. They're like, I love this like room scene vibe and the perspective and viewpoint she does. It's not like your standard room scene because you're coming from like this top down view, but this is afternoon tea. It's beautiful, it's adorable, and it's like when you get a closer look, you see all these tiny little details that you don't initially notice. They're precious. I love it. And so that is afternoon tea. And then we have aromatic succulents. This is from Jada Gem Shop. This is from the artist Gift of Garth. And the greens on this are just beautiful. I love the greens. I also have this canvas marked as one that I plan on doing for my scavenger hunt, which you can go back and look at my diamond painting scavenger hunt video to know what 12 kits I planned out for this scavenger hunt. My goal is actually to finish those 12 kits this year. I am failing miserably at that. I have not done like nearly as many as I should have, but I have plans to do them. So when I finish them, I'll finish them. But I want to do all 12 from this diamond painting scavenger hunt. But that's aromatic succulents. I think, did I get it in round? No, I did get this one in squares. This is one of the few Jada Gem Shop kits that I have in squares, but it's a 40 by 55 square drills. Beautiful. The cats are causing chaos, as you can hear. Oh, Sushi! Oh my gosh. Oh, I just barely caught this little thing. I just barely caught Sushi. She was dangling from the top of my door frame, scrabbling the inside of the door frame. And I'm like, how did you even get your claws in the door frame? So I just rescued Sushi. I literally caught her as she let go, and she would have been fine. She's a cat, but I didn't want her to like fall from the top of the door frame where she was literally dangling from the corner of the door frame. I didn't want her to fall all the way to the floor. So I caught her like a foot off the ground. I snagged her little carcass. So anyways, there's always some kind of chaos going on with Sushi. Always some kind of chaos. But that, yeah. So now we've got Art Shop. And so this is a Mrs. Butterdy or Mrs. Buttered. I don't know which way you're supposed to say, Mrs. Buttered or Mrs. Butterdy. But this one I absolutely had to have. It's beautiful. I'm an artist myself. I do traditionally Chinese brush painting. That's my medium that I like for my art. But this is a beautiful Mrs. Butterdy. That's basically all the art supplies in the way that in like the paints and the palette and everything. So, and then of course a cute little kitty. So I had to get this one right here just because I feel like brings me back to me. And then along the same lines of the Mrs. Buttered, we have Artist Room, obviously Artist Room. I love the little like sneaks that she has. Like you can see a little Kirby right there. There's so many cute little snippets that you can see in these. And then we have Artsy Girl, which I like this one. It's not one that I'm like, I absolutely have to, I'm kind of on the fence of whether I keep this one as my, in my rainy day or not. Because this is probably my least favorite of those three. And I feel like it's because it's more of like a sticker sheet, like something you'd see in a scrapbook feel versus like the actual room vibes that you get off of like this one. I love this. So that's where I'm at on that one. And then we have this one right here, Away From It All. This is of Ivy Dollamore. I don't normally buy a lot of Ivy's work. It's beautiful, beautiful work, but usually it's not something that I feel like I would enjoy. But this one I loved. I love things that have rainbow colors, softer color palettes, rainbows, pastels, things like that. And this just totally does. Because look, you've got your artist painting, but then, you know, like the swirl of paint around there. And it's just, this one just like really speaks to me. And it's like, it makes me think of like the zone that you get into when you're painting. And yeah, I love this one. So that's Away From It All. And then of course, every single Yume is in my Rainy Day Hoard. I have what, 50 Yumes. So these ones are labeled Yume and with the flower. So this is Bath Time. This is one of the Black Friday releases. It's just, like Yume's art speaks to me. And usually the way that she does her paintings, there's always some kind of like story behind it. It always has more than what you see on the surface. And that's something that I absolutely love. Because it's like, yeah, it's beautiful. This right here is Beacon of Hope. This is one of only, I think, like 3 Craftibly kits that I own. And it comes with a ton of specials. And I saw somebody working on this one at the second retreat that I ever went to, the Great Lakes Escape Retreat. The Great Lakes Escape Retreat up in Ohio back in 2024. I saw someone working on this canvas and it was like, it looked amazing in person. So I'm super excited to eventually work on this because I plan on using the bling that it has and then probably also adding more, but it's a stunning one. I have yet to actually work on a Craftibly kit, go figure. But that's Beacon of Hope. And then we have Before the Soul. This is Deborah Malcolm. This is another Diamond Art Club. And this one, really, I love, like, a lot of Deborah's work. I love the color and the vibrancy of her work, but I don't like how orange and red most of it is. So this one really, really spoke to me. She has a lot of them that have the elephants, but most of them, it's like the elephant family. And they tell a whole story. Because you've got like Before the Stroll, After the Stroll, Before the Sunset, or whatever, the different names, but they kind of tell a story, and they've done properly. They're in like a sequence. So this is where like the two elephants meet, but also in like Thailand and other Southeast Asian countries, elephants with their nostrils, their trunks up, are considered a sign of good luck, versus when you see the elephant with its trunk down, it's not. That's something that you don't want to see. You want the elephant with the trunk up, because that's where you get like that good luck type of feeling. But I love the cooler color tone on this, where you've got the greens and the blues, and then you have the warm orange, red, pinks, but it's kind of like an accent rather than boom, here it is. So for me, the elephants have a lot of meaning. So my grandma, my mom's mom, who I was closer to out of my two grandparents, or out of my two grandmas, I was closer to my mom's mom than I was to my dad's mom. And I loved Grandma Irving. Well, obviously, I loved all of my grandparents. But it was one of those things that she collected elephants and like little elephant figures. And I have one little carved wooden elephant that used to be hers that I've had for, you know, she died the day after my 16th birthday. So it's been, you know, like what, 16, 26, 96, like 22 years now. But every time I see an elephant, it really makes me think of my grandma. So this was a kid that I saw this and I was like, I absolutely 1000% have to buy this because it is perfect. But that's Before the Stroll. And I would come down. Here's Between Two Tomes. This is a Yume, and I love like I don't know. I'm not even gonna go into all of it, but I love it. It's beautiful. It has so much, like when you look at the layers and the details for it, it's like you can get lost in what the book is, because what you can't really tell until you look at it more closely is there's skeletons and of animals and everything else on the inside of the book flap. And then it's like it goes through, and then so it's like there's messages and stories behind the images and the paintings that Yume does, and it's incredible. That's Between Two Tomes. Books and Nooks, because obviously if you know me at all, you know that I am obsessed with all things Ghibli, and this is, you know, we have this beautiful Books and Nooks is very much like that, and I love it's just I love it. It's fantastic. And then we have Buddha Feng Shui. So this is a Diamond Art Club older canvas. This one I think I ended up getting this one on D-Stash because I was going through things and I was looking for licensed Buddha kits. You know how hard it is to find a licensed Buddha canvas? It is not easy. And those were the very first diamond paintings that I ever did, were actually like little Amazon Buddha head canvases, because there's something so like soothing about looking at a Buddha statue. I find it very soothing and relaxing, and just, yeah, I love it. So that's something. I travel a lot in Southeast Asia for fun, and I'm like itching to go back. I'm so itching to go back. I'm gonna go next spring. I'm gonna go back to Southeast Asia, and so it has a lot of meaning, because that's like one of the areas that I love is Southeast Asia. Mochi, stop chewing on your tail. Hey, Mo, get your tail out of your mouth. That's enough. Mochi, stop that. Oh my goodness, you're going way further up your tail than you should. She's got like 2 inches of her tail in her mouth. I gotta squirt this carcass. Mo, stop that. You do not need to chew on your tail. No. Anyways, she was making licky chew sounds, and it was, couldn't do it. And then we have Breakthrough. These are some really big canvases from a Diamond Art Club for the Yume's, but they're narrow but long. But again, the layer of everything that you see here is just in the color palette, and like Yume, like when you look at her art, some of her early art had much more of that brush painting worked into it. And this very much, you can see it's definitely got those looser strokes like what you would see in a brush painting. So that's one of the things I really love about her work. And then we come into this one right here, Butterfly Pug. So I used to have a pug, my baby Mylan. I lost her in, oh gosh, has it been almost 2 years? October of 2023 is when I lost her. So for me, these pug images like this just have so much meaning. Like the only Marilyn Casanova canvases that I have are her pug ones. I did Halloween pug, like before I lost Mylin, I did Halloween pug for, I think for like Drills and Chills. And then it was like a couple weeks after that is when I lost Mylin. Capture the Sky. This is another beautiful Yume, and these are the Yumes have a lot of confetti in them, but it's one of those things where the confetti is so totally worth it for how stunning the image is. Absolutely stunning. As you can see here, like one of my hobbies is actually photography. I've never not had a camera in my hand. So this one really speaks to me in particular because this is basically what I did when I lived in Hawaii, which is probably like the happiest I've ever been in my life was when I lived in Hawaii. And that's why I can't wait until I retire and I can go back home. So this image to me, like this is me. This is literally what I would do. I would go to the beach in Hawaii at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I would photograph like long exposure shots where you get the Milky Way and you get the galaxy in there. Or I'd go at like, get there at like 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning so I could catch sunrise and get the long exposure of the waves kind of in the water going in and out where it gives this exact look. Like this is literally me and what I did when I lived in Hawaii. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait to move back and be able to get back out on the water, get back to my sunrises and just in my astrophotography doing the Milky Way. It's my happy place. So that's something that like, there's so much thought, like so much of this that's just like who I am. As I'm talking, I'm like getting all emotional because I miss Hawaii so much. And then we have this one right here. This is Castle and Mountains. It is a Ghibli fan art. It's beautiful. I love the color palette. I love the cool colors. Love the blues and the greens. Green is my absolute favorite color. So this one, again, Studio Ghibli is something that I love as well. So that's that one there. And that's by Robert Nieto. He's got some beautiful, beautiful pieces. Cat hugs, for obvious reasons. It's adorable. It's cute. It's cats. And I love this artist. Her work is amazing. I need one more canvas of hers. This is Lyubka. She's had a few releases. And then we have Katana. So I just love the ridiculous adorableness of this cat. So this is Katana. It's a fun one. It's an older Diamond Art Club. Kind of like that, well, medium range. It came out before I started diamond painting, and I think I got it before it was discontinued. I got this one and snagged it on like a restock. But this one is so cool. I actually planned for the background, instead of doing a solid black 310 square drill background, I'm actually gonna do some like dust drills in like a grid mark pattern at like a diagonal to give it like some depth and some texture to it. And I think that's going to look really cool. But that is Katana. And then we have Catch Me from Mrs. Butter D. Guess what, Natalie? Diet Coke and Diamonds. Catch Me is on my Rainy Day Hoard. She despised this kit because of all the color blocking in the background and all throughout it. And I'm like, oh, that's my happy place. But I love this. You've got Stitch in there. You've got Pokeball. You've got Kirby. Like there's so much depth to the canvases or the images that Miss Butter D does. So that's Catch Me. And then we have Cats, Candles, and Tea. This is a Chrysabug. And you can see some of them, like some of my favorite artists, I have labeled with the name. Like CB is for Chrysabug, so I can easily look and see, okay, what do I have as a Chrysabug canvas? But I just love this. This is one of my happy places. It's just sitting on the couch with a good book with the girls all curled up with me. So I love that. It's beautiful. So that's Cats, Candles, and Tea by Chrysabug. And then we have Christmas Drink. And this is just such a cute, fun, lively Mrs. Butterd image. And I don't normally go for like lots of like Christmassy or holiday themed canvases just in general. But this is one that she was beautiful. I had to get this one. And then we'll go into the next one. So Christmas Tree Angel. Again, I don't really go for a lot of Christmas canvases. But this is a Lyubka, and I love her little cats. They're just so classically adorable. So that one was an absolute must-have. Can't wait for it. A lot of my Ghibli canvases, not all of them, but a lot of my Ghibli canvases are in my Rainy Day Hoard because I love Studio Ghibli so much. This is Cloud Witch. This is a Jada Gem Shop canvas, and it's so fun. I mean, look at this. It's it's kind of like, it's adorable. It's adorable. It's so fun. So it's kind of like a take on flower delivery with Kiki and Kiki's flower delivery service. We have Kiki and you have Gigi. That's kind of what this one really screams at me for this one here with the broomstick and everything else. And what's the artist on this one? Toshia-san. So Toshia-san's got some beautiful work. Counting Stars. This is like a stunning, another stunning Yume. There's one canvas that I really, well, there's two canvases from Yume that I am like, would die to have released at Diamond Art Club because they're like my all-time favorites and they have not done them yet. And I'm like, oh, come on. Those would be perfection. That's Counting Stars by Yume. And then we have Cute Pink Elephant. This is by the artist Irma Van Humen. This is from Enabler's Outpost. And Irma is one of, Irma is my absolute favorite artist that Enabler's Outpost has. It's perfection. This is just the cutest thing ever. Yes, we're going to have that confetti splatter right there. But that little elephant is adorable. And I already told you guys, elephants have like so much meaning to me. And this one, it's so precious, so adorable. I cannot wait to do this one. That's Cute Pink Elephant. Cyber Ado, I was actually in a no buy / really strict low buy when this kit released, and I was like, I have got to buy that. Like, it screams, like the stylized art of it and everything, just obviously it's Japan because I mean that's Mount Fuji right there, but I was like, this is a must buy, and I have plans to add some bling to this. I love like the gridded background in like the layers and the depth of this. It's stunning, and there's gonna be so many metallics in it. And it's just beautiful. I love it. And then we have Dawn Temple. This is an Allura, another Allura. Like I said, all the Alluras are in my hoard. And now that Diamond Artisan Shop gives you the option of buying things in round or square. Now that I have that choice, all of them that I buy from the current manufacturer that she has, I literally buy them all in rounds because I love my rounds. I will do a round in a heartbeat. And I love when shops give me that choice. So like, that's what I love about Diamond Artisan Shop. I can buy them in rounds. And the same thing with Jaded Gem Shop. I buy my kits in rounds because then I get to have the fun that I love with a round drill canvas versus the squares, which are tedious and painful for me. So that is a beautiful one. So that's Dawn Temple. We're making slow progress. We're in the D's. This is from the artist Tengu Arts. This is a Bella Art Diamonds canvas. I love this artist. It's my favorite artist that Bella Art Diamonds has. And they've got two more kits from this artist that I absolutely need to buy because I just love Tengu Arts work. It's so, like, I love the stylized look and feel to it. It's so fun. And of course, you know, Day of the Cat, that's an absolute, I mean, my girls are my queens. So yeah, that was why this one had to go in that part. And then we have another Sybil. So these Sybil arts, all of them except for two that you'll see in here, all but two of the Sybil arts are from Crafties, which is no longer in business. This is Delicate Orange. I got this from a friend off of D-Stash. And then we have Dragon, which is another Sybil art, beautiful one, as you can see, stunning. I actually have one of her original images, not this one, of course, but I do have one of Sybil's original images, or one of her original paintings hanging on my wall. It's beautiful. I love it. And then we have Dragon Rider, and this is from Chrysabug, and this is a stunning piece. So this is from the Fourth Wing novel and series. And it's fan art from that book. It's kind of like Chrysabug's take on it. And I love it. It's beautiful. I love the way she has it like stylized, how Chrysabug did the art for this. She did an amazing job. I love it. And that is from Jaded Gem Shop because Chrysabug is also licensed with Jaded Gem Shop. And I don't have all of the Margaret Morales's, but I have a handful. Like, obviously, I have Dragon Spirit, which I have seen done by multiple people, and it is stunning. It's beautiful. I love like the soft look for it. I love that it's an Asian dragon. It's just, and like the art is very, or the makeup is very Asian as well. This one is a stunning one. I love it. I love the cooler color palette for it. Beautiful. But that's Dragon Spirit. And then we have Dream. I think this one is old enough that it doesn't, this one is old enough that it doesn't have any ABs. So I am going to have to add all sorts of bling to this canvas. But it's beautiful. I think, is that a JoJo's art? I don't have it marked, but this is a stunning one. I love, again, you can see I have a theme with my color palette. I love these blue tones. I love blues in my canvas, and I'm not a big fan of oranges and reds, but when you have it as an accent like this, I think it's perfection. So that's Dream. And then we'll go into the next row, Dreaming Elephant. So that's one of my Jeremiah Kettners. And of course, it's an elephant, and it's like a nice, small, compact size. So this is an adorable canvas. In doing Jeremiah Kettner's, to diamond paint a Jeremiah is just such a pleasant, fun experience. I've loved it. Whenever I've done a Jeremiah, I've had so much fun. But that is Dreaming Elephant. And then we have Dreaming with Wolves. This is another Yume. This one is a fan art for Princess Mononoke, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. I love Princess Mononoke. I have so many variations of Princess Mononoke in diamond painting. And then we come into this one, Encounter. This is another Allura from Diamond Artisan Shop. Love the color palette. The artist, Allura Pautrat, she splits her time between, I think, France and Japan. And this is from, so a lot of most of her images have that Japanese feel to it. They're basically of like cityscapes in Japan, basically, with temples and things in there. So that is a Diamond Artisan Shop. And then we have one of my other Craftiblys. This is Eternal Companion Mermaid. I did have to hunt this one down on D-Stash because I saw the image somewhere and I'm like, I love it. So I'm not a big fan of like Western dragons, but if you give me like an Asian dragon, which are like more of that sea serpent type of a look, like I love them. I think they're beautiful. I think they're stunning. So that's what you see here for Eternal Companion Mermaid. And I love the color palette, that rainbow palette. It's beautiful. So that one, like I said, I had to get that one on D-Stash. And then I don't have the entire series of these. This is another Diamond Artisan Shop. This is from the artist Sevi Yummy. She has an entire series of paintings in this exact format that are all Ghibli ones. And this one right here, Familiar Cats, this is Gigi. So only some of these did I put as like my rainy day, because I couldn't put everything on the Rainy Day Hoard. I had to pick my favorites. And I love Kiki's delivery service, so obviously I had to put Gigi in there. It's like, there's some of my absolute favorite characters that I have that I put as these. And then we have Fancy Flowers. This is another Sybil art from Crafties. It's beautiful. It's stunning. I'm going to add so much bling to these. They're beautiful, and like, I just love them. I need more Sybils. Now we're going to come down here. So I have two feline familiars, in case you're wondering. This first one here, this is, so these are from the artist Chrysabug, and the feline familiars, I have like 3 variations of it. I have this one right here, which is the Jaded Gem Shop version, which I got as a 40 by 40 round drill canvas. So that's feline familiars. And then I also was able to, on D-Stash, pick up this one, which is Diamond Art Club's version of the same exact image, which I think came as a 51 by 51. So I want to work up both of them. This is a discontinued image, so you're not going to be able to find it anymore, which is why you can buy that image over on Jaded Gem Shop. But this is Feline Familiars from Chrysabug. Beautiful, stunning, love it. This one right here is Finding Myself. So my brother's nickname growing up was always Tiger, and he like loved tigers and finds them fascinating. So when I saw this image, it just basically like really spoke to me and kind of like really reminds me of my brother. I think he actually bought this one for me for Christmas a couple of years ago. So that's Finding Myself. It's beautiful, stunning. This is from JoJo's art. I love, like, JoJo's art has some beautiful images. And then right here we've got another beautiful Ghibli image. I mean, like, come on, classic. And this is Fisher Gal. It's just like the quintessential Japan in this image is just so much fun. I love it. So that is, I believe, another Ivy Dualmore. I think the only 2 Ivy Dualmores that I might have. I'm not positive off the top of my head. And then we have Fishing Stars, which it's just like, it's so cool because it's like, the boat is on the water, but yet fishing for stars, which are in the sky, and it feels like the water and the sky are one, and so much fun. But that's a Yume. And then we have a Floating Dreams, and this is, again, another Allura. I love the simplicity of this one, where you have the cat and the moon, and then you have the water down below, and then up into the sky. It's just beautiful. And again, the color palette, pastels and all that. Beautiful. So now we're going to go down to the next. Here's another Sybil. So this is Flora. Like I said, all of my Sybils and all of my Yume's are in the Rainy Day Hoard. I think they're the only 2 artists that every image is in the Rainy Day Hoard, are those 2, because they're probably my 2 favorite images, or 2 favorite artists. Here is Flower Buns from Yume. She's going to be so much confetti up in her hair, but she's beautiful. Stunning. Love her. And then we have Flower Child. This is a Geneva Bowers. Oh, she is stunning as well. I mean, look at the colors. So colorful, so vibrant. And like Geneva's work is just stunning. So I think this one has 56 colors. It's not massive either. It's 70 by 70 basically. 69.9 by 72.9. So essentially a square canvas. And then we have Flower Pressed Wings. This is another Yume. Beautiful. Love the flowers. She's got a couple different variations of like this, like where the wings are books, things like that from some of her different images that she's done. And then we have Flowery Silks. Again, another Sybil art. And I love these stylized ladies that she does. They're beautiful. I prefer them to her like cartoony ones. I like these ones better. Then we have Forest Guardians. Again, Princess Mononoke. What more do I have to say? It's a Princess Mononoke. It's a Ghibli. It's beautiful. This is Forest Guardians, which is another diamond artisan shop. I think this one was from back before she started offering them in both round and square. So this one I do have in square. That's the one downside. It's a square. And then we have Furious. This is from ALLLLL. This is another Princess Mononoke. As you can tell, I obviously love Princess Mononoke. But this is an ALLLLL canvas, and it's the artist Larian. And then probably one of my, I would have to put this one probably in my top 10 canvases that I own. This is Fushimi Inari, and this is probably one of my favorite places in the Kyoto area is the Fushimi Inari Shrine. So it's stunning. It really brings back so many memories. What's kind of funny though is it's like there's trees all alongside, so it's not like you can see the stars like this because you're in the middle of a forest and you're walking up a path, and the path is lined with hundreds and hundreds of these torii gates. But that is Fushimi Inari, and it really brings me back to when I lived in Japan and went up to Kyoto and visited there. Then we have Great Escape. So this one is another one that's a Yume canvas. It's also a Ghibli style. It's got like Ghibli elements and Ghibli fan art in it. I mean, look at this. You got a little Totoro right there. I mean, how cute is that? And I feel like the cat is totally Gigi. So that is Great Escape, and that's from Yume. And then we have, so this is the style where she's cute. This is Grisette. It's a Sybil. She's adorable. She's cute. But these are the ones that I like them, but not nearly as much as her other style that she does. Because she has like two kind of styles she does. The beautiful women, and then kind of like the cartoony child style ones. But that is Grisette. And then we have Hades and Persephone by Mrs. Butter D. I think this is probably like my favorite Hades and Persephone image that I've seen. I love her art style. It's so fun. So there's that one. And then we have Halloween Bedroom. So this is another Mrs. Butter D. As you can see, I don't have a ton of like Halloween themed things, but this one was one that I absolutely had to have. I love it. It's so fun. But that's Halloween Bedroom. And then we will, let's see, how long have I been talking for? Oh my goodness, I feel like it's been forever. Only 37 minutes. That's not horrendous. So next up we have Happy Flowers Blue Vase. I don't normally go for like necessarily this style of image, but this is one that I wanted it. It sold out. I put it on my wish list to buy when it restocked, and I missed it when it restocked, and then I think I had to get it on like the third restock or something. I love the color palette of this, and I love the contrast of like the teal blue and then these fuchsia pinks, and then you've got the greens. It's beautiful. There's something about this one that just like screamed my name and said, you have to buy me. So I had to put it in my cart and buy it. That's Happy Flowers Blue Vase. And then we have here Haruki. This is another Sybil from Crafties. I don't really need to say anything, but this is the other style that she does, the more stylized, beautiful woman. And they're just beautiful. I love them. And next up, we have Heart of a Warrior. This is a Diamond Art Club. This is Mulan. So I always joke that I need my four princesses being Mulan, Mushu, Moana, and Merida. Those are like the four M's that I like in like the Disney world. Those are the four that I love, are those ones. But I absolutely love them. Love her. She's stunning. I like that one. And then this is from the artist Jenny Lee. This is stunning one. This is Heaven's Gate. Again, this very much screams like Japan. It screams so many of the places that I've been, like where you've got the shrine in the middle of the woods. This actually, minus the fact that this is not orange. Now, if the Torii Gate was orange, then this would be a better representation of what Fushimi Inari is. Just imagine more of the gates, like the whole way up to the temple you see in the background. But the big tall trees like this, that's the style with like the lanterns, the stone lanterns along the way as well. That's more of what Fushimi Inari is. And then you have Hong Kong Lights from Yume. Again, stunning, stunning image. I love it. I love like how it's not, you know what it is, but it's not something that you look at and it has that crystal clear crispness to it. It's got more of that whooshed, like you're zooming in and out kind of a feel. But that one's beautiful. And then this is an Anki Moore. So I have I don't have very many Anki Moores, but I love Anki Moore's art style. This is Honor the Masses, which, guess what? Mulan. That's what this one's supposed to be a take on. And like I told you, I love, Mulan is one of my 4 M's that I love from Disney. But that's Mulan. This is a Jaded Gem Shop, Anki Moore. Now we're gonna come down, as I pressed the wrong thing. And then we have In Between Dreams. So this is a Puffy Gator. I've completed, I think, one other Puffy Gator, I wanna say. This is one that I thought it was beautiful, but I was like, I'm not gonna buy it. Cause I have a couple Puffy Gators that I ended up destashing because I ended up being like, I don't know that I really like it. I like it, but it's not something that I love. But this one, again, it's a tiger, which my brother's nickname was Tiger. And this one I saw, Mackenzie, Dragon Wing Diamonds, I saw her completing this one and I was like, okay, that's beautiful. I have to have it. So I had to wait because by that time it was sold out. So I had to wait for it to restock before I could buy it again. But I finally got it. In this moment, Yume, this is violin, but I love the movement in this. You can feel like you're standing there and the wind is blowing on her when you look at this one. And then we have In Your Memory, which is that one. It's like a very meaningful one when you look at it. Because you've got the girl, she's older, she's walking along with an empty leash. But her reflection is her as a younger child playing with her dog on the leash. And guess what? There's no dog right there because, she's only there in her memory. So this one is beautiful. And again, that just shows like how much depth and like layer you can get in a Yume. But that's just like brushing the surface. Especially when you look at her series like Inner Garden. This one is, I love her art. I love her work. And then we have Inside Watery Eyes. This is another one of my Margaret Moraleses that I have. I don't have very many. I have a handful only because I don't collect all of them. But this one, I loved like the goldfish in there. I thought those were beautiful. So that's why I have Inside Watery Eyes. And it's just like one of my favorite ones. So there. Then we have Irradiant from Yume. This is another beautiful, stunning image. I love it. Her hair is like incredible in this. And this is the one Sybil art that Diamond Art Club has released. And of course they had to, she's adorable. She's cute as all get out. And she's got the bunnies, and I'm Year of the Rabbit. So bunnies are also adorable and cute and special to me. But I'm like, I really want them to release some of her other style or like her geisha series. Those are so stunning. I feel like those would go really well. Like Japde Pearls. This one, I actually have already completed a Japde Pearls, and now I have another Japde Pearls. So this is one that is beautiful. She's stunning. I love her. And I can't wait to potentially add different bling to it than what I did the first time when I blinged this one out the first time. So that one, I think it might be a different size than the other one. The other one I had, I think, was like narrower and longer. I don't remember off the top of my head. Kaori, another Sybil art from Crafties. This one is, if it does not already come with any metallics, I'm going to be adding all sorts of metallics all around, like the accenting that. That one, she's going to be beautiful. Kimono Girls Cancer. So this is another Sybil. She actually has an entire Zodiac series, and I did not get a chance to buy like all of them before Crafties went out of business. So that made me sad because I really wanted more Yume's, but I missed, or more Sybils, but I missed the timeline of ordering by like a few hours, which made me really sad. So this is Kitchen Ducks. So this is another art by Julia of her like ducks in different rooms, and it's so cute. So cute. I love the depth of it. It's so adorable. It's like all these tiny little vignettes. And again, I love the perspective that she does. It's not the standard room perspective. And then we have Kitsune. This is a discontinued canvas because it's from Lazy River Crafts, which is no longer in business. But she is just beautiful. I love the colors on her. Obviously, very much that Japanese feel. We got the Kitsune mask. You have the other fish lantern-y hanging things. And all of it. It's beautiful. And then it's like a Kitsune. She's as if she's the Kitsune, and then you've got her tail. So Kitsune has 9 tails. But that is Lazy River Crafts. It's beautiful. And now we're going to come down. Here is another ALLLLLL. This is Kohaku. So you've got your dragon, and then you've got your black cat. And I love the cool, like the calmer color palette on this one where it's at night. But it's still so vibrant. So beautiful and vibrant. Love it. Again, you can't go wrong with an ALLLLL. This right here is Koi Pond. This is another Lazy River Crafts canvas. And it's just, I love this one. I love the lily pads. I love the koi, the little black cat on the back of the koi. It's just stunning. And like, look at the color that you see right there. That's so beautiful with all of those colors. So this one is just, it's beautiful. I love it. What's the artist on this one? Zhang He. So of course, because I love her work. This one's actually like a little leisure arts canvas that I picked up at, I think I bought it online actually. But this is lanterns, and again, this like reminds me of going to like the lantern festival. And that's something that you can see in a lot of like different countries will have it, but this is like a lantern, all the lanterns coming up. I've got like, it's like a very emotional experience going to a lantern festival like that. And then we have Laundry Black Cats, which is a Liubka. And this is the first one that they released on Black Friday, and it is so cute. I missed the kitchen cats. So I need the kitchen cats, but I have the other ones that they've done. She's adorable. I love it. Lead Me Tonight, another stunning Yume from her Glass Instruments series. It's just beautiful. And it's like you look at it and you think, oh, it's just white. But there's actually so many more colors in this than you'd expect. Beautiful. And then we have, this is from Carrie Illustrations. This is a Muni Made. This is Let Your True Colors Shine. I think this is the cutest little rainbow ever. It's so adorable. So fun. So sweet and precious. But that's Let Your True Colors Shine. Now we have a Jaded Gem Shop. This is Listen, and this is going to be another Zelda canvas. So this is Link right here, and it's beautiful. I love it. It's just so fun. That's another one that's in my Rainy Day Hoard. Lo-Fi Cali Girl. This is a Yume, and this one like really brings me back to when I lived in Southern California this last time, out in 29 Palms, which Riverside, San Bernardino area, and there's so many fires if you get there. There'd be days we'd wake up and the sky would be this funky haze, orange tone because of the fires being so rampant over in the mountains to the west of us. It was just, oh, wow. And it's something like in here, it's trees, and the trees are on fire. And then inside, she's got her mask on, but then of course you've got all the greenery on the inside as well. So it's just like the depth that you have for this. So this really brings me back to the fires and living in Southern California for that one. This is one of the other Diamond Artisan Shop Sevi Yummy kits that I have. Obviously, I had to put Kyonashi in my Rainy Day Hoard because I love Kyonashi. So that was an absolute must right there. And that's Lonely Spirit. And then we have this Mrs. Buttered, which is so cute. This is Love, Music, and Family. It's a fun one. And I love the little Shiba Inu. He's adorable. So, and the record player. Just depth for that one. That one's cute. And then we have Lovebirds. Again, I cannot get over how much I love these little Art by Julia canvases. I just need Duck Bath. They really need to restock Duck Bath and a major restock of Duck Bath because I need it so bad. And then we have Lucky Manikineko. This is a Jeremiah Kettner. All of his like little Lucky Cat series are in my Rainy Day Hoard. They're just so pleasant and so fun. I love them. But that is Lucky Manikineko. Now we're going to look at Magic Broth Ramen Shop. Again, another fun one. Usually if I can't figure out what I want for dinner, I make ramen because I love myself some good ramen. Especially when you have ramen, like good ramen in Japan. Oh, that's like even better. That one is there. And then this is a custom. This is actually a photo that I took of, this is my baby Mylin, my pug that I lost almost 2 years ago now. So I plan on doing this one, but I just have to like be in the mood to do it because it's like, she was my baby. And losing her was definitely challenging. So that was one of my favorite photos. She was such a photogenic little thing. But that's Mylan, my baby. So I'll be doing that one. I'll probably do it in October, which will be like the 2-year anniversary of her death. Makeup routine. This is Mrs. Butter D. Again, the soft color palette. It's just the pastel vibes of this. It's so fun. Even though I'm not a big makeup person, this was one that I just loved. I think it was the color palette. And then we have Masked. This is a Ghibli canvas. There's obviously Konashi, but it's such an interesting take on it. And I watched Randy, which is Call Me Butter. You can call me Butter. Randy. She completed this kit with like the ultimate bling and so many really cool bubbles and special drills on it. It looks incredible. So I plan on doing something similar. Not exactly what she did, but I plan on like really adding bling and texture to this one because it's just so fun. So that's a Jada Gem Shop. It's beautiful. We have Meditation. This is an Orloa canvas, but again, this is like being back in Southeast Asia because you've got the mountains, the water, you've got like your Zen room. Oh, it's just, I love this. It's just so soothing. I'm like, I want to be there. I want to be in that girl in that scene. I want to be there. That's Meditation. Memoirs of a Geisha. I was like, yeah, this one's, I was trying to think, it was the Frida Kahlo. Because this one is, she's stunning. I love the, the white background, the color, the splash of everything, the tattoo. She's beautiful. I don't have the artist marked on that one. That's a significantly older one. We have Mermaid Bedroom. Again, Mrs. Butter D, can't resist it. It's so cute. And the color palette is just so soft. I love this little octopus. He's so cute. And the seahorse, that one's adorable. And then we have Midnight Manekineko. So like I said, I love Jeremiah's little Lucky Cat series. So his little Manekinekos. So there's Midnight Manekineko. Adorable. I like the small size of it. This one's an Amazon canvas. So it's a 30 by 40. Milk Box Vending Machine in Fuji. Which if you've ever been to Japan, you know that you like literally will be in the middle of nowhere in a field and there will be a vending machine there. I'm like Japan loves their vending machines like nobody else. And you can buy literally anything in a vending machine. It's kind of crazy. So this one, I was like, I love it. It's ridiculous. It's so much fun. Must have. So that is Milk Box Vending Machine in Fuji. And that's from the artist Pomiechi. So that's a new artist to Diamond Art Club. And then we have Mitsushira. This is another Margaret Morales. So obviously, like I said, I love my Asian dragons. So here we have 2 of the Asian Oriental dragons. Just beautiful. And again, it's that cooler blue toned color palette. A lot of what I love is like pastels or blues. And then we have Moon Eater, another Yume. This one's really cool because it's like you can see she's eating the moon, but at the same time, you still see the rest of the moon. It's just in shadow right there. So that's really neat. Mulan, again, one of my 4Ms, my princesses that I love, is Mulan. This one is so much fun. I really want them to release like a tiny like Lil Diamonds version of just Mushu because that would be like perfection. But there's Mulan. She is in my Rainy Day Hoard. We're into the M's, you guys. And then we have a Distracted by Diamonds. This is music. This is a Geneva Bowers. So Geneva Bowers used to be licensed with Distracted by Diamonds. And this is one of those canvases. I bought this on a D-stash. It's beautiful. I love the color palette of it. And it's just, music is something that's like super meaningful to me. As you see, like all 3 of these next images are people with headphones on listening to music. Because then we get this one right here. This is music all around. And this is from Enabler's Outpost. And it's just a girl standing there in kind of like a wintry scene with her headphones on listening to music. And it's like it's like looking at the world around her. It's like there's never not a song running through my head. And this is from Art of Seda is the artist. And then you've got Muted Sound, another Yume canvas. Again, very similar. Got your person headphones on, listening to music, listening to something. And it's like they all kind of give me that. And I love like the indistinct background, the way Yume does it. It's just so beautiful. And then we have my Inner Sanctuary. So I actually play piano. Well, I used to play piano. I don't have a piano, so I haven't played in years. But I used to play piano, and this one really like reminds me because I had a baby grand piano, and I love like how it's water and there's fish in there. It's just in the like the color add on here. It's just so much fun. And then we have Myanmar monks. This is another custom that I had done. This is one that, this is from a photo that I took in Myanmar. I actually took this image and then I edited it to give it this like, kind of like this painted look, this indistinct painted look. And then you got your two monks walking down the road right there as like your splash of color. So this, like, I love this image. Probably one of my favorite photos that I have is that one there. And then, of course, right here, this is an Allura. I have no idea what the image is. This is a mystery kit from Diamond Artisan Shop, but it's an Allura mystery. Do I know what it is? Nope, but it's an Allura, so it goes in my my hoard for my rainy day hoard. It's a 60 by 60, so I'm kind of curious to see. I also have a couple other mysteries. So I have mystery kit number 58, Animals Whimsical. This is the Jeremiah Kettner mystery, which I have seen with the image. I know what all of the Diamond Art Club mystery kits are because I hate surprises. But I know exactly what it is. I love the image. A friend of mine, Tiffany, Diamonds at Tiffany, she completed this one. And once I saw her complete it, I'm like, well, darn it. Now I need to go hunt down this canvas, which I did. And I was able to get it on D-Stash. And I'm like so happy that I did. Next up, we have mystery kit number 73, Whimsical Portrait. This is the Yume one, which again, I already know exactly what that image is. So that's not, you know, an issue. I know what it is. It's beautiful. It's stunning. I love it. And then we roll into this one. This is Manny, God of the Moon. This is a Chrysabug. I actually have this as a print as well because it's such a beautiful image. I love it. Love Chrysabug's artwork. This one is from Diamond Art Club. Yes, Diamond Art Club for that one. And then we have Naughty Space Void. This one is such a fun little one, which you don't even realize all the detail until you look at it. It's called Naughty Space Void because you've got a fish bowl right here, but no fish in said bowl because the fish is in the cat's stomach. But it's a black cats. We like jokingly refer to black cats as voids because it's like they just disappear into the ether when you look at them unless they open their mouth or they blink at you. Otherwise, a black cat is like the void. So what is the void? The void, a lot of times you can think of a void as like space. So that's why you have a Naughty Space Void. It's just a fun one. And then we have Neko Mart. This is another Jeremiah Kettner. I love his work. I do not have all of his canvases. I have some of them. I've got like probably a third of everything that he's put out, maybe somewhere around in there. I don't remember. But I love this one. I actually had this one as a print already. So when Diamond Art Club released it as a canvas, I was like, well, guess what? I'm buying it. So I have a handful of artists that are considered must-buy artists, even if I'm on a no-buy. And Jeremiah Kettner is one of them, depending on the kit. Not all kits, but depending on the kit. This is another Geneva Bowers. This is from Distracted by Diamonds. This one is called Neon, and I love the colors on this one. I actually did an unboxing of the 3 Distracted by Diamonds Geneva Bowerses that I have, so that's something that you can like check that out and see. But she's beautiful. We're on to the ends. And then I have this one. This is a Jaded Gem Shop. It's a pixel charted kit, and I think this is one that was from the Jaded Gem Shop Collective, so it's one that Jade or her, someone in her family, I think it was like either her sister or her cousin or something like that. I think it's her sister Jade or her sister that created the work. I think it's probably, I'm not sure which. But I love this. Night on the River. It's a pixelated Asian cityscape, but you got the temples in there. I love it. So I actually bought this one in both round and square because I plan on doing a comparison video for them. Because look, the next kit on the list, Night on the River again. So I have it in both round and square because I plan on doing a comparison for that one. Ocean Hat. This is another Yume, and it's so cool because it's like you got the sand, you got the water, the waves, but then her hat is a water as well. It's like it's just so, I love it. This is one of my other Margaret Moraleses that I have. It's one of the few that you'll see in this really vibrant orangey red color palette. This is Onihime, which you can see you've got the kitsune right there. So that's part of what makes this one so fun is that kitsune. Now we're going to go back to right here. So this is another one from Jaded Gem Shop. This is another Kiki's Flower Delivery Service. This is out for delivery. So it's adorable. I love it. Fun. That's from Janumi. I'm not sure if she has that as an artist anymore. And then we have Out in the Rain. This is another Ghibli canvas. This is from the artist Mia Ao. That's a nice, adorable little Totoro hiding under a leaf. Look at that. So cute. This is the hybrid charting. I know you can get this one in hand charting now, but I already had it in a hybrid charting, so I'm just going to do it in a hybrid. And then we have this beautiful Yume. This is Pages. And again, like you've got the depth and the layers. You've got water, all of these layers of water and waves and sea creatures. Then you've got person walking across. Then you come down and you've got some fossils, some skeletons and fossils and everything as you go. So it's like the pages, it's like life, the cycle of life as you look. And then we have Path of Light. This is another Jenny Lee. It's another stunning canvas. I love her work. It is beautiful. But that is, my parents got me this one for Christmas a couple years ago. But that's Path of Light. And then we have Peace for the Forest, another Ghibli, and surprise, surprise, another Princess Mononoke. Again, it's such a classic scene. This one is from Selly Arts, and it is another Jada Gem Shop. I love how much fan art Jade has. Then we have Petals Fall. This is another one in the Glass Instrument series. This is the flute, and you got the cherry blossoms in the background. It's going to be beautiful when it's completed. Phases. This was the one Yume that I almost did not buy because I'm not a big fan of like this color palette. So I almost didn't buy this one because it's got so much of these warm red tones down here. And it was close, but I couldn't bring myself to not have this one when I have every other Yume. So I did end up buying Phases. So it's kind of one that I would, probably could take off of the Rainy Day Hoard, but Then we have Plant Delivery, which this one is a massive canvas. It's huge, but it's so pretty. This is another Yume, another Kiki's Flower Delivery Service. But then you have a little fun thing. Guess what? Right there. There's a Totoro. It's so much fun. I love her work. It's going to be a blast to do this when I actually get around to doing them, because once I do it, then it's done. Porcelain Dress, which is another fascinatingly beautiful Yume canvas. Powered by Firefox, another one of my all-time favorites. Sea of Diamonds actually just completed this canvas recently, and it turned out so good. So good. Oh, it's beautiful. The color palette is just so soothing. And that's another Yume. And then we have Pretty in Pastel. This is from the artist Romy Lerda. I love Romy Lerda's canvases and her images. They're beautiful. This one is from, Dreamer Designs, I think. I just looked, and a lot of I don't know if Romy's no longer, licensed with them or something, but I love Romy Lerda's work. It's beautiful. It's kind of got this unique stylized feel to it. It kind of reminds me of a Frida Kahlo canvases, but yes, that is Pretty in Pastel, and I have quite the bling kit for it. Then we have Pug and Smoothie. As I told you guys already, I don't have very many Marilyn Casanovas, but the ones that I do have are typically her pug ones. So this one is beautiful. It's a partial, so you only will do the actual scene, the background you won't have to worry about. But that one was so pretty. And then we have Quest for Peace. This is another Jada Gem Shop. Guess what? Another Princess Mononoke. Go figure. You guys are probably like, how many Princess Mononoke canvases of essentially the same scene do you need? I'm like, all of them. I need all of them. This is from the artist Meggles. I love being able to see how different the artists do things. That's so much fun. Rain. Oh my goodness, you guys. This one is adorable. Apparently, this is from Safina Art. And Diamond Art Club. It's a much older Diamond Art Club. A lot of people apparently didn't like it, and it didn't sell well, so they ended up discontinuing it pretty quickly. I ended up having to hunt this down on D-Stash. I saw Natalie over at Die Coke and Diamonds working on this one and at the retreat, and I was like, it was my first time ever seeing this image, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that. So I then hunted it down on D-Stash and actually was able to find it really soon and really quickly, so I was happy about that. But it's beautiful. That's by Safina Art. So much fun. And then we're going to roll down here. We're in the R's, you guys. A Rainbow Tornado. I think this might be the only color out of place I have. I typically try to avoid buying images from AI artists, but this is one that I just could not resist. Rainbow Tornado. The color palette, the image, it was just I loved it, and I had to buy that one. And it's in rounds, which is even better. And then we have Rainbow Witch. I'm so glad I got her before she was discontinued. This is an Aria Illustrations, Rita Konya. I think this might be the only Rita that I have in my hoard is Rainbow Witch. But this is such a beautiful image, and I love, again, you guys will see a trend. Everything is like very similar color palettes, like the pastel rainbow vibes, loving it. And then we have Ramen Time. I love this. This is from the artist Tres Gatos, and it is so cute. I love her. She's adorable, and you know, she's sitting here eating her ramen. That's just such a fun one. A Jada Gem Shop, in case you wondered. And then very similar to that, you have this one right here, which is from ALLLLL. This is another one. It's titled Ramen, and I love like the differences. There's some similarities, there's some differences, but it's like it really makes you think that you're at a ramen shop eating some ramen. This is what by Maria Chetkareva. I feel like she probably does use AI. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but I love it. It's beautiful. It's one that I have to get anyways. This is another Yume. This is Rebreathe, and you know, because your quality of your oxygen is life, basically. If you don't have good quality oxygen, it can kill you. So that's kind of like as part of what this image kind of yells at me when I see it for Rebreathe. And then we have Regrow. So basically you have a tree that was cut down, and now we've got some new growth coming around it. And then of course, like the roots are down into the water. You've got these beautiful fish, everything else. So again, there's so many things that are like depth and layers when you try to dissect a Yume canvas. Then we have Respire, which is very similar to Rebreathe, where it's like the color palette is very like muted and benign for like her in the background. Same thing with Rebreathe. But then like you have the greens and the flowers, which basically is like, okay, you have to have the plants and the greenery in order to have good air, in order to be able to live. That's kind of what this one, what this series that she has, because she has more along that series. River Spirit, so Haku. This is from another Ghibli canvas from Diamond Artisan Shop. And this is from Spirited Away, which is such a cool movie. And I love the little white dragon, Haku. It's so much fun. And then we have a Camilla de Erico. This is Rosea. If you want to see her completed, I know Lindsay at Diamonds and Emeralds did work on Rosea. I remember she got the sneak peek and then worked on part of the canvas for the sneak peek video. But I love the pinks of this. And guess what? It's a pink flamingo. It's beautiful. I love it. But that is Rosea. I wish they would do more Camillas. They're beautiful. Here is, I think, one of the only Mari 945s that I have that's not a BTS one. But this is Moana, because like I said, my 4 M's, who are they? Mulan, Moana, Merida, and Mushu, because you know, Mushu is epic. You gotta have Mushu. So this is my Moana, and this is a Mari 945. She's beautiful. I love it. I think that whole series that she's done of the princesses like this is beautiful. But I'm not a fan of all of the princesses. I like just my 4 M's, because Mushu is a princess. So that's Sail to Sea. And then we have Sakura Festival from Yume. This is probably another one that's at like the top of my list for canvases. Like probably right up there in my top 10. I would be very hard pressed to pick just like 10 of these canvases, let alone 3. That's like impossible, you guys. Sakura Festival, amazing. This one is actually a DIY Moon Shop. This is a Sybil from DIY Moon Shop. Again, I regret not being able to buy more Sybil arts because she was licensed with DIY Moon and with Crafties, and now she's licensed with Diamond Art Club, but I want them to do more of like these images and these canvases, like release these ones. But that is a Sayane. I got her on a D-Stash. She's my largest one. I'm really excited to do her because it's like definitely a much different quality than the 2 Sybils that I had from DIY Moon. But I also bought my DIY Moon order. Like literally, I received the package after they had fully closed, and people are like, we're not getting our stuff. I received my package after that. Sea Star Mermaid. I know a lot of people are hunting this one because it's been discontinued, but this is another fantastically amazing, beautiful Yume. It's stunning. I love the colors. I love the dark backgrounds, which lets the colors stand out even more on this one. And then this is like when I said the Face Speaker did the previous one from Love in Deep Space. Well, this is another one. I have to look and see if she's done all 5 of the characters or how many she's done, but this is another one. This is actually one of the first ones from hers that I had, so I love that image. It's beautiful. And then we have Seeding Imagination. I am in love with this Yume. So you guys know I have a couple things that I am super passionate about animal-wise. I love my turtles. I have so many Hanu coins. I love sea turtles in particular, but I love turtles. And my pink flamingos. Those are like my two big things that I love. Well, this one is just, love this because, you know, you have your Seeding Imagination. She's, you know, tossing the stars into the water, which then become, you know, this, it's so cool. But you've got the sea turtles in here, and that to me is just awesome. I love them. Now we have a Serpent Lake. So Serpent Lake is a, sorry, my watch was doing things. Serpent Lake is one of the few canvases that I have voluntarily purchased in squares from Jada Gem Shop. I just got this one in recently, and I love it. This one I did go for a slightly larger size, and I went in squares, which is not my normal when it comes to a Jada Gem Shop, but I wanted my little sea serpent to be a little bit more detailed than just like this really vague background. But that is from the artist Peregrine Jasmine. It's beautiful. Love it. And then we have Shelter. This is another stunning Geneva Bowers. She's beautiful. I love the fish around her. Again, this color palette, you can see there's a theme with my ones. We'll go back through and look at them based on color in a minute when I finish. And then we have, this is a newer one. This is Sleeping Familiars from Chrysabug. It's kind of her new version of Feline Familiars. So it's got some similar, a very similar stuff, like feel to it, but yeah, it's like upgraded and different, and it's cool seeing like the difference in how her art has changed over the years. But I had to have that one because I had the other one, so you know, that's Sleeping Familiars. Then we have Smiling Tiger. This little tiger is just so absolutely ridiculous. I like was waiting on like tenterhooks for this little tiger to restock when he went out of stock, but it's just so ridiculously cute. I love it. And it's a tiger. So like, obviously I have like a draw to tigers because like I had mentioned before, my brother, his nickname growing up was Tiger, and he always, you know, loved tiger stuff. You couldn't go wrong getting me something horse themed. You couldn't go wrong getting my brother something tiger themed. So this one, it just like, it really makes me think of, you know, brings back memories of me spending time with my brother. So that's Smiling Tiger. And then we have Soul of the Storm. I missed this one on restock multiple times before I was able to snag it. Finally was able to snag it. This is another Camilla de Erica, and it's just, I love the gray muted color palette here, and then you have the paint / raindrops coming down, swirling into the water. It's beautiful. Love it. I can't wait to do it, but I don't want to do it, but I can't wait to do it, which is my thought process on literally everything in my Rainy Day Hoard. Because once you do it, it's done and you can't do it again. So this is Space Jam. I love it. It's simplicity, but it's also, you look at it and it's like layers and galaxy and whatnot. But this is another Yume. It's a smaller one, but it's so much fun. Space Letterman 2. This is another Geneva Bowers. And this one is from Distracted by Diamonds. So this is one of her kind of classic ones, Space Letterman 2 from Distracted by Diamonds. And I think that's the only, the three that I have from Distracted by Diamonds. Space Shrooms. I love these little mushrooms because it's like they're little galaxies. But they're fun. They're cute. They're so pretty. The color palette, stunning. Love it. That's a Yume, in case you wondered. Obviously, another Ghibli canvas. Surprise, surprise. This is called Spirited. It's basically based to be like the movie Spirited Away. There's our Haku. There's your little suit sprites. There's a Kanashi back there. And this is from the artist Tres Gatos. Love it. And Jada Gem Shop. And then we have Spirit's Path. This is one of Diamond Artisan Shop's early Allura Poutrack canvases, because this is one that was only available in square when I bought it at the time. Because at that time, she would determine this is square, this is round, and so on. So this is one of her early initial manufacturer canvases. But again, love it. Everything about it. I love the little ghosty cats. And you can't really tell, but inside our vending machine are little Totoros. It's so much fun. And then we have Spring Afternoon, which is a newer Allura, because this is one that I had that I was able to pick in rounds. Again, that pastel vibrancy, but not vibrant, but pastel. Ugh, I don't know. There's something about that color palette. I know Katie over Diamonds and Washi calls it like the lo-fi vibes, but it's like such a cool vibe for like the paintings that Allura does with her color palette. Stunning. I love them. Then we have Star Maker. I really want Diamond Art Club to release Yume's new redone version of Star Maker. It's really cool seeing how much she has grown as an artist since she originally painted Star Maker. And she also did a Derpy, the little blue tiger from K-pop Demon Hunters. They did. She released a fan art version of Derpy, and it's so cute. She was like, here's the, I can't remember what year, the next year, like 2020, whatever, and then 2025, and it shows Derpy. It's like how my art has changed. Super cute. But that is Star Maker from Yume. And then we have Star Spray, which is another Yume. It's beautiful. I love the fox with the long tail, the flowers, the mountains, the sky. It's just beautiful. We're getting closer, you guys. Starfire Dance. This one is beautiful because she's dancing on the water, but yet her dress is flames and water at the same time. It's like flames at the tip, but then it's like the galaxy and then water and then like splashes out. But that, love it. Beautiful. I'm going to be like so sick of talking when I'm done. Stars Beneath, which is that same fox with the 9 tails. And you've got water, person, this galaxy, the Milky Way, the Aurora Borealis. I think this is more Aurora than anything else. But then also some like comets coming through. So pretty. Now we're going to come in here. We have Still Waiting, which is, surprise, surprise, another Yume. I love these scenes. She has a couple more of this vibe that are very similar to this. This is the, I think it's like, what is it? The Shibuki. I can't remember the exact place, but it's in Tokyo. It's a very famous crossing in Tokyo, and that's what this image is that famous crossing. Storm Inside, which is drums. My brother actually played drums, so this one kind of like, it's another one of the Glass Instrument series. So we're waiting on them to still release like one more from the Glass Instruments. I'm holding out. I believe just one more. I'd have to double check. This is Sunflower. There's Sunflower, Starflower, and Moonflower. So it's like you get the sun, star, moon, but basically this is what this, it's such a cool image. I love it. So pretty. It's a Yume in case you wondered. Here's an ALLLLLL. This is Sweet Dreams. This is again one of the earliest ones from her very early releases. There's little Totoro right there. So cute. But that one is... yeah, because that's from July of 2023, and I started diamond painting in April of 2023. Take My Spirit. I think this is my only Leoba Bruckner, but this is a stunning one. Again, this is Take My Spirit. It's a Ghibli fan art from Leoba Bruckner. I love her color, her soft color palette that she does. And, of course, it is Spirited Away. There's our Haku dragon. It's so, love it, love it. And then we have the altar, another beautiful ALLLLL. I love, like, the cat, like the ghosty cat, and then the other cat, like, looking right at it. But it's kind of like the ghost, the spirit of the cat, because, you know, there's, you've got an altar, and you got a gravestone, all of that fun stuff. So cool. And then we have this right here. This is, oh gosh, I can never pronounce, I should know his last name. But this is a Shimmering Canvases kit. This is the Gateway. It's beautiful. I love it. Oh gosh, I can't even like read what that one is, but I'm trying to remember who the artist is. I should know, and I don't know why my mind is blanking on me on the artist for that one. Andrea Roshkas, or however you pronounce his name, Andreas Roshas. Here is the Heaven Beneath. This is another beautiful Yume, and if you look closely, she's carrying a camera, and she's at like the top of the mountain with a camera. There's the Milky Way, and you've got the clouds all around. I've actually done that like in Hawaii on Haleakala and some of the other mountains can be up there above and getting like some astro shots. Very cool. This is the Imaginary World. This is a Ghibli one. This is from Diamond Artisan Shop, and I love how it's kind of combines so many different characters from the different Ghibli movies. It's so fun, and it's like you keep like exploring new stuff in it. And that's from Lucy Vaudel, I think is the artist name. Then we have this one right here. This is another Jenny Lee. This is a newer one. And this is Lantern Festival. It's stunning. It's going to be one of the few canvases that I enjoy doing and like love, even though it's so many reds, which is not my normal color palette. But I have, now we've got a Jenny Lee in like green tones. We have a Jenny Lee in blue tones, and we have the Jenny Lee in the red tones of Lantern Festival. Beautiful. And then the Leviathan. I had to hunt this canvas down on D-Stash. So I saw Raxify over on Instagram. I saw Rax working on this, and I fell in love with it when I saw him working on it. So I ended up having to get this one, and I hunted it down on D-Stash and was able to find it because it's an old discontinued canvas. It's so cute. It's so pretty. I love it. And this is from the artist Heather R. Hitchman. It's beautiful. And then we have Transparent, which Yume has actually renamed this canvas to something else. I can't remember the name, but if you go on our website, it's not called Transparent anymore. But that is another beautiful Yume. I love it. It's just like, you've got the forefront figure, and then the background, the way she kind of blurs the look and feel of the background. So stunning. Under the Stairs. This is another Ghibli themed Yume with Kiki's flower delivery service, because there's Kiki, there's Gigi, there's, you've got your little characters. You can usually find a little Totoro in here. So many depths. It's so cute. I love it. And then we have Underwater Train. This is another Mrs. Butter one. This is one of her earlier ones that Diamond Art Club released a couple of years ago. I think they released this one. But it's, again, the color palette, the pastels, the depth, the character, where you don't even have to see a face. You're just seeing the back of her head. Here is United in the Sky. This is another Ghibli canvas for Spirited Away, which, again, one of my favorite ones to see. And this is from Lorenis, is the artist for that one. And then we have Water Tiger. This is a Katie Lipscomb. I've only got, I think a couple Katie Lipscombs, but I loved Water Tiger. Again, there's, something about these tigers, but I loved, literally how the stripes are all made of water and, the color palette. Stunning. Welcoming Dawn. This is another Allura. I feel like I'm talking less and less about them because I've been talking for so long. Again, this is another Diamond Artisan Shop, Allura Poutrock canvas. I love how you always have, the Japanese lantern. You have little hidden little snippets that you see. Up in here, you've got your you've got your little Darumas, and I love Darumas. I actually have a couple Darumas. So you've got your little Darumas right up in there, and then of course you've got your cat. There's always some little hidden tidbit in her kits. This one I had to buy recently. I saw somebody working on it, and I just love the colors. I've never even seen the show that this is based off of, but it's I saw this done, and it was the color palette and the way it turned out is just so beautiful. So I ended up buying this kit. This is Where the Fun Never Ends, and that's from Mandy Manzano. I don't have very many Mandys, but that one was one I had to get. And then we have White Lotus. This is a Peggy Collins. I have I think 2 Peggy Collins canvases, because again, she uses a lot of AI in the creation of her work. But I have Golden Lotus and I have White Lotus. And it's because the images were just too stunning. I could not buy those images. But again, I try to avoid AI artists. But I had to have that one. And then we have Wishing Tree. This is another Yume. It's a stunning, massive, beautiful one. And she's got a lot of them that are the same dimensions, the same width and height that Diamond Art Club has released. Witch Bedroom, which is another one of Mrs. Butter D's early releases from Diamond Art Club. And it's just the depth and the cuteness of it, and the little things that you find in her images as well. And then we have Witch's Desk. This is from the artist Larianne. This is a newer one over at Diamond Art Club. This was from the Black Friday Cyber Monday release, and I love the color palette on this. It's just such a fun color palette, and it's rounds. I feel like they put too many kits in squares because they're trying to get too much depth and size. This is Witch's Flower Shop. This is another Mrs. Butter D. And I love the little vignettes and the scenes like this. They're super cute. And then we have Witch's Tea House. Again, another Mrs. Butter D. But you've got your little cat. You've got your Witch the Broomstick Tea House. I love my tea. I love the palette. Color palette on this. I just spit all over my iPad. Okay, I do have 2 Leobas. This is Year of the Coral Dragon, which is another Leoba Bruckner, and it's just stunning because again, you have the coral, you have the dragon right there, and it's just beautiful image. I should wipe my spit off of my iPad. And then we have Year of the Tiger. This one is another beautiful image. So Year of the Tiger came before, it was like Year of the Tiger was a few years ago before Year of the Dragon. And this is from Karen Yumi Lusted, and I love Karen's work. She does some beautiful work. So now we're going to go into ones that are in my to-do pile. So this is Year of the Dragon. This is, you have your dragon right there. This is another Allura, and it's kind of like that. You're looking at it, and it's like it's the new year. But I love that one. That one's in my, like, started pile, but I haven't even kitted up yet. I do have 2 kits that I originally had in my Rainy Day Hoard, and I put them in my de-stash pile, but I've been so, like, on the fence of whether I want to keep them or get rid of them. So I'm really contemplating. So I still have them in, like, the on hold category because I love these images, but I'm like, am I going to love diamond painting them? I haven't decided. But this is a Bluefield Memories, and they're both from the same artist. I love her work. So this is going to be from... And then here is Purple Meadow. Here's the other one. It's stunning. It's beautiful. I love, like, the color palette is kind of fun. I don't have the name of the artist. I can't. Oh, gosh. Oh, this is the same artist that did Mabon. Julie Aubrey. I can't remember. I have to look. Now we're going to look into my completed kits that are part of my Rainy Day Hoard. So the first one is Pride. This one is stunning. I love her. This is what the artist is. What, Sandra Winther. This is Pride. She turned out beautiful. This was like one of my largest square that I did, and apparently it didn't upload all of the photos. Apparently it did something weird and uploaded like the same image multiple times, which is bizarre and strange. And I'm like, that's weird. Oh, okay. I worked on that differently. I really worked on that weirdly. As you can see, I did, like, that's the, I kind of had it pulled back, and I was working on all of it as one section. I did things differently back then. I'd only been diamond painting for a few months, but this is basically like almost the halfway mark on this kit. And I did her face in, like, made her into a kintsugi. I had to get the right pronunciation. So where it was like the metallic gold there. But that one was beautiful. Here is Japte Pearls. Like I said, I had already completed this one. And when we look at it, there is what it looks like completed. I want to do some additional changes on the new one when I do the newer one, and use different style special drills for it and whatnots. But that is Japte Pearls, which is a Sybil. And then we have Talisman. So it's Julie Marie Aubrey. That's the name of the artist for the other 2. Because this is one that I completed Talisman from her, and I loved it. It was beautiful. I added so much bling to the flowers and her hair, and in the background on this one, you would not believe. But this is Talisman. It's beautiful. And then next up, we have Halloween Pug. Again, obviously, this one, like I said, this was one of them I did before I lost her. So this is for Marilyn Casanova. This is a partial drill, so it's just the pug in the pumpkin. This I completed for Drills and Chills 2 years ago in September of 2023. And then we have Lady Luck. This is a Romy Lyrda. This was my first Romy Lyrda that I completed. She was stunning. I added so much bling to this one as well. And I love how it turned out with like the golds and the metallics that I added in on her. But that is Lady Luck. It's a Dreamer Designs, in case you were wondering. And then we have a Flower Delivery. I've completed both version 1 and version 2. This is from Yume. These are my only 2 Yume's I've completed because I don't want to finish them and have them be done. But that is Flower Delivery version 2, which I have an entire comparison series that you guys can look at that shows these 2 kits. But that is version 2, which is larger. They're both massive kits. And then version 1 is a little bit smaller, but you can see how it's less distinct, more pixelated. I actually like that pixelated look of that kit. Because I love the pixels. It's like literally diamond painting is pixels. And then we have Kitschmas, which is an Irma Van Human. I love the color palette on this. It's so pretty. This one was like an early Enablers Outpost one from a couple of, like when they first released it with a different manufacturer and the computer charting. So you can see it's a lot more pixel, like a lot more of that computer charting, but it's still such a cute image. Then we have Christmas Unicorn. This one was just so fun. It was a small, tiny one. I think it was from the Advent box, from like the year before I started diamond painting, but I hunted it down on D-Stash because I had to have it. Because, you know, I had to have it. And then we have New Horizons. This is the first Allura pouch that I completed. This is Animal Crossing New Horizons. That's what this one is based off of. It's so cute. I wish you could see better detail. And part of the reason why you're not seeing a lot of detail is just that's how Gems Flow does when you upload the photos into the Gems Flow. You don't get super big detail on them. Midnight Owl. This was a stunning Jeremiah Kettner that I did. And I did the diamond, or the DP with Sparklers bling set, bling pack for this one. And I did it in January for like the Jeremiah Kettner DP along that Brie Painting with Pities was doing. Secret Temple. This one was stunning. One of the other big massive canvases. I just wish you could see more detail. I again used the DP with Sparklers enhancement kit for this one, and it turned out stunning. There's like so much depth. I wonder how it looks through. It looks much better through the camera than it does in real life as far as the quality of the photo from Gems Flow. It looks much better when you see the real image, the real photo. Lunar New Year Kitty. This one was in my Rainy Day Hoard. I love how it turned out. I didn't have the funnest time doing it because there was so much like unnecessary random confetti in this. But this is a Puffy Gator from Distracted by Diamonds. And I had some issues with some of the adhesive on this as well. But it's Lunar New Year Kitty, and it's so cute. I had to do that one. And then we come over into here. This is Princess Mononoke. This is from JoJo's Art, and this is from Diamond Art Club and JoJo's Art. And that's a tiny canvas. This is a 44 by 32. So this is proof that you can get plenty of detail in a small square drill canvas. You do not need every kit to be 70 by 100, which is atrocious, and I can't stand it. Give me small kits in like this. That's perfect. We don't need anything more than that. This one was a custom. This is I ordered 3 customs. This is the one that I have completed. And it's probably one of my all-time favorite completions. I love this. I love this image. I titled this one Fierce Foo. So this is a photo that I took in China that I then edited to give it like this painted look. I did some editing and everything on it to give it that painted look. And it is beautiful. Despite the fact that it was super heavy confetti, I had such a lovely time working on this. I literally completed it. I started on, you can see my first photo is on June 1st. So I completed the first section on June 1st. And then I finished it on June 9th. And I like legit flew through this canvas. I knocked it out in like no time because I only worked on it. I worked on it on the 1st. I literally finished this kit in 3 days. If you look at it, I literally did it in 3 days. The 1st, the 8th, and the 9th. That's literally how quickly I finished that canvas. Crazy. Llamacorn. This is a Sheena Pike. I got this one on D-Stash. Llamacorn is so cutely, ridiculously adorable. That entire background is white color blocking. So it could have very easily have been a partial for this one. But it's just so cute. I love Llamacorn. Because I love unicorns and I love llamas. So happy day. This one is Le Petite Miss Ocean. This is from Laura Philippon. This is an Oraloa. And this one was one that was such a dream to do. I did this one over my birthday last year. And again, I like legit flew through this kit. The color palette was so soothing, so relaxing, so wonderful. I had so much fun with it. And then we're getting close to the end, you guys. And then we have stacked pumpkins with sunflowers. This one right here I did for Drills and Chills last year, and I loved this one. I actually have the Amazon version, which is only 3 pumpkins high and has less intricate flowers, but I loved this. I thought it was so much fun to do, and I can't wait to do the Amazon one, which I'll probably potentially do in September. We'll see. But it's so cute. I love it. Those pumpkins are just precious. So that one, what's the artist on this one? That is Angela Anderson, Diamond Art Club. And then we have this one, Happy Jack's Glitter Moon. This is from Erin Bartlett. I missed this one on restock like legit 4 times before I finally snagged it. I love how this one turned out. I added, so on the previous pumpkin one, I did both of these together. The previous pumpkin one, the stacked pumpkins, I did with the DP with Sparklers enhancement set. Whereas this one here, Happy Jack's Glitter Moon, I did with I basically did my own bling on this one. I didn't use the DP with Sparkler set. I did my own thing on it for this one here, and I love how it turned out, but it was kind of tedious. It only took me like 17 and a half hours to do because it was round, but I felt like it took much longer because of how much confetti was in it. Kyonashi, this is another lovely Allura from Diamond Part Artisan Shop. This one was in squares. It's one of her earliest ones, which was done in square drills. I love all of the ABs in the trees. So many ABs in this kit. So fun. And this one was a pleasure to do with all the line blocking. But there was a lot more confetti in there than what you get in her newer canvases. But it was so much fun. I love it. And then we have Ruffles. This is from the artist Kristen Turcek. But it is so cute. This is another Diamond Artisan Shop. I love this little monster. He's adorable. I love this artist's work. I think these little monsters are so cute. And he was a pleasure to do because he was color blocking in the background and then line blocking in him. And he's just so happy and cute. And then we have my Totoro. This is, again, by the artist Sevi Yummy. I didn't put the whole series in here, but I loved this one. So this was Totoro. Totoro was adorable, super fun to do. Cute as all get out. I love him. He's precious. And he's actually got glow-in-the-dark drills in there that you can't tell. And some special drills and all sorts of funs. So there's 2 glow drills and 2 fairy dust drills in that one. And then we have Mele Klikimaka, which is Stitch. I don't have a, but I thought he was so cute. So this is the Amazon, or the, like, this is what the, not the Amazon, it was the Michaels or Joann's, one of those companies. Stitch, he's cute. He's precious. I actually finished this one on Christmas Day. Which was kind of fun. But that one is, I started on Christmas Eve and finished it on Christmas Day. He was so fun. Mele Klikimaka. And then we have the Storm God, which is from the artist Kirayumi Lusted. This is a Lazy River Crafts canvas, so it was very heavy on the confetti. I love how it turned out. I think this one, it was beautiful. I love the ABs. There's so many ABs in the blues of the water and the white of the waves. Love it. I think Karen's work would look so much better in a much like a hybrid to hand charted style. I think would look really well to kind of clean up some of this unnecessary confetti in here, but it's beautiful. I love the image, and it was so glad I did it. It took me a while to work on it. I started it in July of 2024 and I finished it in February of 2025, so it took me a hot minute. Only took like 50 hours of actual work, but getting there was long. And then for the, this one I did, when did I did it in April. So, okay, this one I did do, for the Chrysabug along. This is Virgo. I am a Virgo. I'm an August Virgo. I always grew up thinking that, you know, all August people were Virgos and didn't realize that that's actually more of a September thing. And I'm just kind of like one of those tail end of August that falls into that early period for an early Virgo. But I loved this. This one was a pleasure to do. These Chrysabugs are so much fun to work up and do. I sped through that one. She was beautiful and stunning. I think it took me, like, as you can see, it only took me a few days to do. I don't know why this is showing okay. I think it's because it was like a mistake. So this one I did it, I worked on it on the 5th for like an hour, worked on it on the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, and the 12th. Because I was working in other kits and alternating sections between them. And then we have Candy Cat. This is from Debbie Cat. This is such an adorable, tiny little cat. It was so cute, so fun to do. It like took me like no time at all, but it was a pleasant, like, loved doing this little kit. It literally took me 2.5 hours to do that kit. It's such a fun little one. And then we have Cityscape. This is a Diamond Delights. I love this. This is actually from the artist Sarah Bauman, which is Nerdy Cross Stitch Art. I actually have like this pattern in many of the other patterns that Elvira, who's the owner of Diamond Delights, I have a lot of the same patterns or the same images. I have just the pattern that I've purchased from Sarah Bauman over on Etsy because I just loved her work so much. So I was really excited that Elvira has licensed her so you can get the work without having to, you know, do the cross-stitch conversion. And then we have JoJo's Art Pride. This was one of my favorite finishes that I've done. I added so much bling to this canvas, so much. I've done a post review, I believe, of this image, so you can see all the bling that I added, because this was such an amazing image to do. It actually worked up really fast for the fact that it's so big. I added like multiple colors of metallic drills in the dragon, and you can still see the look of the scales even though they're all like metallics and sparklers. That whole front half is metallics and sparklers. So many specials added in. Like this kit literally, let's see how many, I finished it in no time. I started it I worked, like, I don't really count. The 11th I worked on it, and then I was out of town. Worked on it after that, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20, 21, 22. So, like, essentially I finished this kit in like 6 days because that's not bad considering it was 112 by 56. So much fun. Loved it. Unicorn layer. This is one of my recent finishes. I was like, I wanted to do it, but I didn't want to do it because it's just so stinking cute. Well, this is Unicorn layer, Casey Golden Diamond Art Club. This was one I think was on their Amazon store. I don't think it's available anymore. I'm not sure. It was adorable. I added some sparklers in crystals into it, into some of the background, so it looks really cute like that. And then we have I Believe in Unicorns. This one is one that I added this amazing blinged border. Pretty much the only drill in this entire canvas that is not a special drill is the background right there, that like light blue background. That's the only thing that's not a special drill. Everything else is a special, and I added this really cool chunky these chunky drills as this border, and I love it. It was a blast to work on. So much fun. And then the last kit out of them all is Incognito. And Incognito is another adorable tiny little one. I added some like subtle, not a ton of specials, just a handful of them in there. This is from Artist Pixie Sticks, and this comes to us from Diamond Art Club, and I think it's been discontinued, but Incognito was precious. I loved it. You know, you get the little void cat, and again, I love Kate's artwork. It's beautiful, and I have a blast doing it. But anyways, those are the kits that make up my Rainy Day Hoard. So these are the 31 that I've completed. As you can see, they're kind of like a variety of ones I've completed in there. But then as I scroll up, you can see how, like, I feel like there's a big, like, a theme to my kits. Of course, all of the Yumeis, a lot of them are like Asian style art, some Ghibli canvases, the pastels of the Mrs. Putter D ones. But a lot of them are like sky, like, oh, I feel like they're very cool. I love my collection. I feel like it's taken me a bit to curate this collection of artwork, but I absolutely love it. And I feel like it all kind of ties together. But anyways, that is the massive size of my Rainy Day Hoard. I know exactly what you wanted to spend like almost 2 hours doing, is listening to me ramble on about these kits and why I love them. And you can see why I did it just off of my Gems Flow and not off of, you know, any other kind of, I didn't pull them out and show them one by one because like that, like we would still be going, especially if I have to talk this much about each of the kits, we would still be going, and I don't have the patience. I know, like, I don't have the patience to film that because it's enough that I just spent, you know, the last hour and 45 minutes talking about all of these canvases nonstop with no breaks at all. But anyways, I had a blast. We're going to pull up and show you. So like I said, I have all of my Yumeis in here, and you can see there are 50 Yumeis that I have in my hoard, every Yume, and I've completed 2. So technically 52 Yumeis. Every single Yume has been purchased. Out of all of these, I think my least favorite is Phases, but everything else I love to pieces. And some of them I'm like, Sakura Festival and Fushimi Inari. Those two are in like my top 10 canvases to do. It's hard pressed to like pick all of them that I would want to do. So anyways, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy seeing this video and seeing the Rainy Day Hoard, long overdue. I'll try to remember to tag the people that told me to tag them in it so that they could watch it. But anyways, I now officially have my Rainy Day Hoard video completed and filmed. And a huge shout out to Katie over at Diamonds and Washi for kind of coining the term rainy day stash. I call it a hoard. I've been calling it a hoard for like the entire time I've been diamond painting. And it's been cool kind of like listening and hearing more people starting to call it a hoard as well. And I'm like, yep, this is my hoard. Because, you know, diamonds are sparkly. And what do you do with sparkly things? Dragons hoard them. So, you know, I now have a hoard of diamond paintings. So I've been saying that for a few years now. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys for today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.